So it's officially the last day of 2021 as of recording this. You know, it feels like the year went by so quick. You know, but then I think back and I start remembering, especially going through photos, you know, I start saying, oh yeah, like we went through the winter storm in Texas, you know. I left Texas for the first time. It feels like that happened last year. You know, I saw my first mountain, got on my first plane, I became a full-time photographer in Texas. Now we moved to South Carolina. Did I mention that? I feel like a lot of like the second half of this year for me was a very like emotional and existential. It was just like a lot of growing that happened. Moving here, realizing that I'd have to start all over again, and just being like every day just like trying to figure out how to be okay again. For a year, I've been doing photography since 2011, 2012, and for years I wanted it to be full-time, you know, and I guess I just played my cards in a way that just wasn't working. Like having to go back to a 9-to-5, at first it really crushed me, you know. I thought I would be ready for it. I didn't think it was going to be as bad. Like honestly, my head was like, man, my website looks great. My photography has improved so much more. My portfolio looks pretty good, and I was like, it's impossible. Like, of course I'm gonna get work. You know, I just gotta promote. You know, so I threw money at like Instagram and Facebook, and nothing. I didn't get anything back. I realized I started grasping at everything that I could do. I was like, you know, I've done music in the past. Like I started hitting up friends, and I was like, let's do music again, you know. And like I jumped into like art, you know. I jumped into painting and drawing, and I was like, I used to be really good at drawing, and like maybe I can like start selling stuff, you know. And then I thought like, you know, maybe I can get into like sewing. I can make my own line of camera bags and camera straps, and I was reaching for anything that would get me closer to the way things were before, you know. I went through this growth of realizing that, you know, you had a taste of it, and now you know it's worth fighting for. And we're only here for a year. So if this year ends up becoming like the year of just kind of coming back to the roots, to my roots, and like remember why I'm doing this, and to remember to like, you can take your life back, and it'll be good. Next year it'll happen, you know. Once we find a more permanent spot, you know, because if not, like, you know, I'm literally, it's gonna happen again. You know, we're gonna move somewhere else, and then I'm gonna have to restart. And so I started reading again. I started writing again. You know, I love writing. You know, and like every time I sit down and do it for more than like 15 minutes, I'm kind of reminded that like, man, it's so therapeutic. It's kind of like going on a walk in the morning. You know. Let's talk 2022. Okay, so I wanted to get a tattoo this year. That didn't happen. We almost got one. And when we were in Colorado, Shannon and I were like, we ended up not getting tattooed. we wanted to get song lyrics. Real original, man. I would get the first part of the lyric, and she would get the second half of the lyric. And we couldn't decide on a font. In my head, like we had like 2 days to do it, but in my head, I feel like, yo, if we don't get it in the next 2 to 3 hours, it is not gonna happen. And sure enough, like, it just, oh, there it is. Yeah, so 2022, gonna get a tattoo, first tattoo. Of course, I wanna start posting these videos, and I wanna get a better workflow. I feel like I've made 4 videos now, 4 maybe, 4 and like a half, and it's taken so long. Oh, almost missed it. This year we've started becoming active again, you know, physically. We've done 35, 36 days in a row of working out. To be fair, we missed 2 days, but we did make them up. My saying for this year is, if you can't do it today, then you're never gonna do it at all. Like, stop getting in the way of yourself and do those things you wanna do. And if you do, comment below, let me know what you started, you know? I don't know, can you put pictures on Instagram? Or, you know, tell me, link your Instagram with some of your stuff. I don't know. I'll click on it, I'll send you a message. There's no one else now there, trust me. I wanna write 100 pages. Originally, I was thinking I want to have a first draft of a book done. Then I realized, that's gonna be really tough. So far I have 3 pages. Chapter 1 is done. 3 pages. 3 pages, is that a chapter? I don't know. It is in my book. And to be honest, it's not all gonna happen. But hopefully, you'll see a video about it next year. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys, be creative. Be creative. See you later, guys. Bye.